bit windy. When I set my camera up to film this drive, I wasn't planning to talk, but ended up doing that, totally forgetting that the camera I use needs a microphone for the audio to be of any use at all. So you're saved from my ramblings just this once. The one thing I know I did say is I'm off on an adventure. Hello everyone, it has been a while again since I've done a video. I thought once I got power in my van I'd be like, yeah, let's get video editing. But it was August and I was shattered and working too many days a week, or the right amount of days a week to earn some money, but it just didn't happen. I was like, yeah, I'll get videos edited. And then at the end of the day, I would just curl up and be too tired to do anything, especially stare at a computer. So, it is September and really want to get a video out to you guys and then get back into the routine of weekly videos. I have like the really crazy busy time basically ends at the end of August, so I've got a few days off. I am out west, I'm in Inverary, or up a hill from Inverary, and I was catching up with a friend yesterday and hopefully catching up with another couple of friends early next week for some little camping adventures. I'm just kind of giving myself a mini holiday because I kind of need it. I also need to switch arms because that's my not so great shoulder. So I don't have a microphone on. I don't know whether or not this is going to sound any good, or if you're just going to hear me stomping down a hill in a slight rush because I have somewhere to be later on in the morning. There's people coming. So yeah, I always feel a bit weird talking to camera when there's people which are behind walking. They're very friendly. They thought they were the first people to get up this hill this morning and I was like, sorry, I was up there half an hour ago and someone got up there about a quarter of an hour after me, so nope, they're not quite early enough. Right, so this week, wait a minute, what day of the week is it? A few days ago, I completely killed my phone. I feel like this is actually a bit dodgy because I'm holding my new phone and it doesn't have a screen protector yet. My old phone, I cracked the screen a few months ago. I was off doing some laundry in Perth and went, I'm going to have to get that fixed because it really was driving me mad. And then I found out how much it was to be fixed, and it was an old phone. It was second hand when I bought it. I had it like 3 years or something, and it was already at the end of its life, so I didn't want to spend 80 odd quid getting a new screen for it. And then a few days ago I completely killed it, killed the screen to the point that I knew the phone was on because it was like buzzing and vibrating in my hand, but couldn't see a thing. And that's when I discovered I can't live without a phone because I use it for everything. It's my point of contact with the world and friends and family. I use it as an alarm, which when you've got work is kind of important. I use it as my Wi-Fi hotspot to get online with my laptop. I use it as my TV, my media system. I do work from it, and sometimes use it as a backup camera too, or as a cheap camera when I can't be bothered to get my proper camera out. So I did not survive 24 hours without a phone. It was a day off. So I drove down to Perth and bought a new second-hand new phone because I couldn't survive, which I'm a little bit like, that's quite sad that I have to have a phone and can't live without it. But I had plans to meet a friend and needed to see the message she had sent me with how to get to her place. And yeah, I felt so disconnected. I was like, I couldn't even get online on my laptop without going to somewhere with Wi-Fi, because I was using my other phone as my Wi-Fi hotspot. So yes, do not drop your phone. Do not break it. Do not break your phone now, Kiki. Because turns out I kind of need it. I'm thinking of getting a very cheap backup phone and storing it in the van for future emergencies. Because I just went, I've got no way to contact anyone. My wonderful sister-in-law Tiggs was going to send up her old phone for me rather than me having to buy a new one, because I didn't really want to buy one in a rush. But then Royal Mail was striking, so it wasn't going to get to me. I was only at work the next day and then out west, and I was like, I don't know where I'll be by the time it gets there, so there's no point sending one to me. So yes, very reliant upon technology, which is just a wonderful existence we live in now. It's very useful, but also just very weird when you lose it and you realise that you do everything on it. Yes, new phone. We adventure out west, which is so nice because I needed a change from the places I've been all summer, all spring and summer. I just needed a change, and being able to see like mountains and horizons and stuff is just awesome. Just looking where I'm going because it's a bit rocky. As much as I love summer, I'm kind of looking forward to autumn and the change of seasons and just something different. I'm kind of working on autumn-winter plans at the moment and still hoping to escape the UK, but it's probably going to be after the autumn because Scottish autumn is kind of awesome. And I want to enjoy it, and trying to work out some work opportunities for that time as well, which I'll update you on if it works out, if I go down to the bottom of the hill before a job interview, on Zoom obviously. I hope everyone out there is doing all right. Everyone that's sent me messages while I've been useless at doing videos, thank you. And here's fingers crossed to more regular videos from here on. No promises, because you never know what's going to happen. After Inverary, my journey took me north and I stopped at Invermoriston. I've driven past many times but haven't stopped for a walk to enjoy the falls before. They're well worth a stop on the way up the A82. After a wee scooch up further north for a canyoning adventure, I came down to the Cairngorms to catch up with a couple of friends. Conveniently, friends with vans. I'm certainly not going to start requiring that all my friends have vans, but it sure does make it easy to catch up when you all come with your own stuff, especially when a couple of you are living in your vans. It's rare for me and Stream to hang out with other vans, so it was fun for a couple of days to travel in convoy, park up together and have good company. This is what happens when the sun comes out the morning after a paddling and swimming session followed by torrential rain. When you live in a van, you have to take every opportunity to dry things out. This is one of my midge solutions, burning incense and blowing it towards the open windows so I can get some fresh air into the van without becoming overwhelmed by midges. Yes, I do have a midge net that I've made for this window, but they still sneak in around the edges when I'm somewhere super midgy. I filmed most of this video in the first week of September when I had my wee holiday, and I managed to scoot around part of Scotland, a good chunk of Scotland actually, and fitted in a cool canyoning trip out west in Dundonald Canyon, and then went down to the Cairngorms to see friends and finished back up near work for a really cool evening with a friend at the Tamouth Marina. They've got this hot box thing, so we had like sauna and steam room and all of that, and then there was this cool slide into the loch as well, which obviously I had to do multiple times, even though some people were like, cold loch, why would we want to do that? But it was an awesome week, and obviously didn't really edit that week, even though I was like, yeah, I filmed some stuff, I'm going to get back on videos. And then after that, I had another problem with my electrics. So for the last couple of weeks, my little DC socket that I had installed so that I could charge my phone and my laptop and everything else has not been working. And I can charge stuff using my inverter, but at the moment I'm also only running off solar power. I haven't got my split charge set up because it requires a friend and getting underneath the van, and it's just not stuff I can do. So I'm kind of waiting on when that can be sorted. So obviously my power is going at the moment because solar is not doing much in September, especially with cloudy days like today. So yeah, I just kind of hit a combination of oh yeah, I'm going to get a video out, and then suddenly had no power again. I've literally just managed to find the issue after changing a fuse and seeing if the plug was an issue by plugging in a different socket and with a thing in that, and rewiring part of it, and then not realising there was a cable that had come apart somewhere else in the system. That would be why they're not working. Ah, that makes me so happy. I have power. So I've just spent some time rewiring stuff and have power again, but need to be a little bit careful how much I use. And then, yeah, I just hit a kind of weird mood for a couple of weeks, I think, because I'm not really sure what I'm doing after October. I've got an event job for the whole month of October, which when it starts, I might film some of that and share it with you because it should be kind of cool. But until... yeah, I just don't know what I'm doing afterwards. And I just hit a weird slump. So between the power not working and then my battery is well, it's on 70 something, so it should last me another couple of weeks at least. I'm not sure that it will get me through October. Yeah, just been in a weird mood, and I haven't wanted to share anything on Instagram or YouTube or anything. I've just been meh. Which happens to us all sometimes, and I think I'm feeling a bit better now because I've managed to sort a few things out, so it's feeling a little bit more, yeah, just like I'm getting somewhere. But I do still have quite a long list of things to sort out and need to decide what I'm doing with November and December and January, because I'm not spending the whole winter in Scotland again because I don't have a heater in this van and it's going to be too cold. Anyway, that's it for now, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed my update that has finally come after a couple of months, and I'm really going to try and stick with it in the videos. If you've enjoyed today, please do all the usual subscribe, drop me a comment, say hi. It will make me smile.